Shalom and good day all. This is the Healing 29 back again for another live stream to which, well, we've got a pretty big topic today. And to those who actually got to see the premiere video, don't forget to unmute yourselves. We have myself, of course, the Healing 29, Tevier, Master Tudy, and of course Sean here.
How's it going?
To make it to the live stream.
Hey, what's up?
Thanks to everyone who made it. And this week has been a pretty interesting week. And one of the big things that we do know is actually Super Sons related. Apart from myself, to which I ended up getting a Super Sons related article at the beginning of my week here in Australia, which was on a Sunday. Would have showed up on a Saturday for those who live in the US. We can talk about that later. In fact, I might even share the link with that later on.
I'll show you a screenshot that there on stream.
Yep. So, and on top of that, we also got the amazing trailer from DC Comics on Battle of the Super Sons. So,
we're doing that last year than DC Panda. I celebrated acting nope tomorrow. I'd scream with joy.
I know the movie doesn't come out for 4 months. We already got a trailer. Like, there's some DC movies that, I mean, there's some other movies that are like coming out like even sooner that we still don't have trailers for like other franchises. But we got the Super Sons one early. I think somebody leaked it or something initially.
Well, it'd be on iTunes.
Right. But you know what? Hey, it's great. I couldn't be happier. Like making that video today, I was like, the first time in a while I've been excited for an actually like straight to video animated DC movie, because like everything else, like as of late, like honestly, like post-apocalypse war, I know that movie can be kind of divisive amongst people, but like that movie did help my channel get like a major boost.
It did.
But, like everything else felt like just felt like kind of insignificant a bit like ever since then. Like I'm not really huge into the Tomorrowverse, if I'm being honest. Injustice wasn't all that great.
I'm genuinely so disappointed. It had so much potential, but they dropped the ball. I don't get it. That should be a slam dunk. You had the timetable book right there. Do year one. But no, you have to cram in everything out in one. But wait, what?
Injustice should have been an animated series, or just stick with the games. Give me Injustice 3 already. Like I'm just waiting on that. But anyways, so like this is like watching this trailer today. I'm like, wow, I'm excited for an animated DC movie. It just felt good to say that again.
Yeah, if I just also co-sign with that as well. Just looking at this, I've always loved DC animation for the longest time. And as you know, I mean, I do agree, like Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, which was the end of the New 52.
Until the Constantine thing came out, but
I mean, and the New 52 movies have their flaws, no doubt. And but I enjoyed I enjoyed that universe on average for the most part. But as you mentioned, I didn't even know they were calling it the Tomorrowverse. I didn't know what I didn't know what to call it.
Well, I think it's Superman Tomorrow, then the
Justice League Society or whatever, and then there's the Long Halloween.
And then the Batman Halloween.
All entirely forgettable movies. Every single one.
Long Halloween was good. Long Halloween actually was a good movie.
I fell asleep watching Long Halloween.
I thought the Long Halloween is also my type of film. But yeah, I do get it. And I mean, the initial Flash movie with the JSA was okay. But
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, but it doesn't have that kind of pop that you got from like Flashpoint, and then you get on to like Teen Titans, the Judas Contract, all these different types of movies, they don't have that. And even though they were all flawed, I felt they were marketed well, and the animation was pretty good. But as you know, things have kind of fallen off. So when you see the Super Sons movie, when I saw it, I was like, I wonder what they're going to. Yeah, I wonder. It's like I was about to say, I wonder what they're going to do with it. But then, of course, I think what really attracted me to that trailer was the voice acting. Like John John might sound a little bit slightly older. I would expect a slightly more high-pitched voice, but the voice works. Damian's voice, I think, works fantastically. And it just looks like a couple of boys taking on people and whooping ass and just doing what they're doing. And so that's what I appreciate.
Yep, we'll tell you. You can show the trailer since you live stream.
Oh, yeah,
All
sure.
right, then.
Yep.
All right, so actually, on the topic of the trailer, let's go this way about it. So here we go. We've got the trailer. This is actually used in the premiere as well, or what I did for the premiere. So we'll get to watch it all the way through.
Yep.
Got the classic trailer here.
Yep.
This is the...
Welcome to the BatCat.
That's the Batmobile and the Batcomputer. Who's the new kid?
John, this is Batman's son, Damian.
Obviously.
Yep. You know what?
Guess I love that joke.
Yeah, Damian's got his
I take
Vegeta
it.
haircut.
I actually take
You
it
guys-
back. No, John's voice is actually perfect. Never mind. I don't know what I.
Yeah, Jack Dylan Grazer's pretty good. Like he's great in Shazam. And he's great in
Yes.
movies.
Oh yeah,
I love that Big Bang Captain Marvel.
He certainly sets the part for Freddie Freeman, if I remember.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Captain
Yeah.
Marvel Jr.
Yeah, and
Who actually, fun fact. Sorry to do it, but fun fact. Captain Marvel Jr. with Elvis Presley, a favorite superhero.
oh
Hell
wow,
yeah! I watched Elvis, by the way.
Yep.
Not invulnerable.
Reminds me of us when we first met.
I was nicer.
Trevor
yep,
Batman.
the new generation.
Yep.
The
Rise.
Future Sons.
Yeah.
And it's going to be nice to see both biological sons
Yeah.
of the top favorite superheroes from DC Comics.
Yep.
About the only one who's sort of like missing a sibling in this is actually Wonder Woman.
Yeah, why doesn't Wonder Woman have like?
Yeah, why had Woman have a kid? Like, I've been wondering that for years. Because I know she had a kid in Earth 2, but then Earth 2 got blown up. Thank you, 52. Thanks. No, that's not true. Earth 2 got blown up and called it first. Then Karen New 52 bullshit. Then got blown up again in that book. Well,
Right,
then-
I know. Like in DC's, they had to just like, let's just pull Cassie in here. I mean, it
Yeah.
works. It worked for that because it's an Elseworld
It worked.
storyline.
I would kind of say what Wonder
Yeah.
Woman.
So, like I said, I know fans sometimes get mad because it's not exactly like the main universe, but you know, this is an Elseworld storyline. Characters
Yeah.
can be in different ages and stuff. I mean, Young Justice is the same thing.
Yeah, but
live
I
action
was
stuff.
so happy. I was happy to see my boy John in that show. I smiled.
Yeah, although
Why?
I am bummed that Damian's just like an infant. He's not. I wish he was like born at least maybe during the first season so he could be Robin sooner. Because now it's like Dick Grayson will be like 40 years old before he could be Robin. I'm like, that takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
True,
But who knows if they do
fine.
season
But
5
I
of Young Justice.
guess he can't get a John uncle. But I'm the same for years. But
I do sort of like some of that idea that they do make him like an Uncle Con or like Uncle
Yeah.
Connor.
Yeah.
I think it sort of works for it because you basically
does.
have Superman basically accepting Connor, like the Superman accepting Connor as an equal, if
brother.
not
Yep.
like an actual brother, like a brother, for example, you never had the chance to have.
Yeah.
And in that, I think it would actually work better in relation with John.
Yep.
But also still allows the opportunity to him to learn from Connor Kent.
Yep. Which I approve.
But
because I never bought million before, but god damn it, I pulled up. And I was savvy.
now it is interesting when they want to bring in a new generation, and as I brought up before, it's sad that we don't have Wonder Woman having like her own offspring in this.
Yeah,
like with this, they could actually present the opportunity with this, or maybe not this one, but maybe the next couple. They might open the door on that. Even though it might only be DC animated, it might not show in the comics, but who knows? Maybe the DC animated side of things might actually influence the comics to say, you know what, we've heard back from some of the people who've commented on this, on the actual video or movie, and yeah, I think they're right. We need like a mini Trinity.
We do. I mean, DC's work for that reason.
Yeah.
And like I said, the Hope at World's End thing was arguably the best part of the entirety of DCeased. When the best issue was just when it's just the three of them kind of doing their thing. Like, it's fun, it's universal, just kind of kids being heroes, and you had the emotional beats there, you had the friendship down. Yes, I know it's not exactly like the main universe, and they aged somebody down to be part of the Trinity. Oh no, it's end of the world, because I know how a lot of comic purists get. Come to think of it, like, a lot of people are just never going to be happy. I've come to the conclusion. Like, especially even like with like Damian and like that fan base in general. Like, the Robin, I think, who has the most like easy to please fan base, or like less like, you know, all over the place, is probably Jason.
Yep.
Yeah, like
they
the most
haven't
chill.
ruined him yet.
Right, he has like the most chill. Right, because when it comes to Damian, it's like, God, that fandom, like, you never know what everybody wants. Like, you can't please everyone in it. That's just a universal thing. Some want this, some want that. Some only want.
Make up your mind, people. Like, I don't get it.
Right, even if he gets a thing where it's like acting heroic or something, like, that's just not him. He should be murdering everybody or something.
No, I don't see him become murderer.
Like I said, it's all over the place.
Well, as long as they don't make Jason trans furry.
Is
that how they'll be rapping?
Please, like, look, man, we've already seen the problems that they had with Dick Grayson with the whole Rick thing, and then what
Drake.
and then with what they've done with you had Drake, and now what they've done with Tim Drake recently by doing something that makes no sense. That made no sense at all. Then, of course, Damian's problems, and then, of course, and all that. Jason Todd, and you know, I owe this to Dexter Soy's art, has been untouched. He is pure, and he has remained cool. And he just hasn't been. They haven't bothered writing a story on him. And I would hope.
They were writing on the album by Scott Liddell, which is bad.
I mean,
well, the Rebirth one was good.
The Rebirth one I liked.
The Rebirth was good. I do agree.
Yeah.
When Artemis and Bizarre,
I'm actually kind of bummed that they got rid of Artemis. Like,
I didn't know. What the hell? She's a good character with Red.
Yeah, they played off like in Bizarre. Like, that team was actually really, really good.
It was.
Like, him and Artemis had like good on.
They were in love with each other, basically. Yeah.
Right, but they were like almost too afraid to commit. I think because I don't know why. I guess because they wanted to go back to Rose, but I'm like, you already had something working. Like, why?
Rose was gone. We don't know what in Rebirth.
Rose is with Damian, is doing things with Slade and Damian. I don't know what Rose is.
Well, she was with Damian, and then she tried to kill their dad. The dad went crazy. After Respawn got killed by Talia. It's a whole thing. And then died. In Shadow War, then Geo for the Mastermind. I was confused about the entire event.
I don't know.
At the ending.
Master Judy?
Yeah.
I got something to share with you. In regards to Dexter Soy, he's actually bringing out a series called Red Ronin. You might want to check it
Yeah,
out. Maybe
I've been waiting. I want the moment that thing drops, I will put money on that to begin that, because you see, Dexter Soy's art is what really got me into reviewing comics. I loved it and everything like that, and just to see, and I haven't reviewed a lot since last year, because to be quite honest, the decisions they made in DC kind of just killed my vibe for reviewing comics. But the more I get on these type of live streams, the more I become, my itch to start reviewing things becomes stronger. And I've watched a couple. I've watched a couple things, so who knows? I'll probably get back into it, and things have stabilized for me. So we'll see. But to the main point, Jason so far has been untouched. That I appreciate, and we can only hope that it's kept that way, because they're deconstructing the whole Bat family, I've noticed.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's been
they're
way
in the Bat
too much
family.
of that in comics. Deconstruction.
Too much. First,
Yeah.
deconstruct the Superman family a crap by destroying this great fan book, all the reader book no one wanted. Then they only have it. Nobody. She's a terrible character. She's boring. Thank gosh on that channel. I'm not the actor. The actor mentioned
I know. I'm sad the Rob book is ending though.
Yeah.
I'm bummed it's ending, because like it was the best ongoing out of all the Bat family titles without
Robin?
question. Yeah, Robin was, and
Robin.
I think a lot of it too is like it had a heavy manga influence, because Williamson knows that like manga is well liked in that, so they definitely embraced a lot of that. And then Shadow Work wasn't quite up to par with what I was hoping it would be. Like it had some good stuff, but it wasn't like amazing. But I'm just like,
the ending was confusing because wait, what? You're telling me made Geoforce in that time?
Well, Geoforce being the responsible for it, like I actually kind of like that twist. Maybe it's because I've been used to Young Justice, and then I'm like, okay, it's genuinely like I understand this character's full motivations for literally everything that's been happening. And now we got that.
But you remember Terra's not dead; she's alive. Wait a second.
But
where's
she's dead.
Terra? We haven't seen her in years since Deathstroke Inc. Not Deathstroke Inc. Since
Rebirth Deathstroke.
Yeah.
But then again, continuity makes no sense anymore in terms of DC Comics. It really doesn't. Like, and I've been trying, at least with Rebirth and like New 52, I had an idea. It's like, okay, the timeline changed with the Flash. Things happened in the previous timeline.
Then Dr. Man messed with the timeline.
But once like I feel like once Death Metal happened, that's when everything just like blew up.
Not the Death Metal, not the Death Metal, but also with Metal. Well, I like Metal.
Metal. Yeah, Metal. I think was the better out of the two.
Yeah, I own Death Metal. I think
it had a bit of a better, more direct story. To which, when Death Metal came in,
Death Metal made no sense. I had no idea what was happening.
It felt like it lost its way.
Yeah, definitely.
It really felt like it had lost its way, and it also felt like Scott Snyder had lost his way.
Yeah,
there comes a point where you write something to the point where it just gets like you keep going so big towards like what is even happening at this point?
Yeah,
exactly.
The first Death Metal, Dark Knight's Metal, like made sense, and I actually liked it. But then the second one happened, and it's like, this is not good. I don't know what's even going on anymore.
I think Death Metal is a fun event. If you look at it face value, it's a fun event as a whole. Expect the timing also were good. Well, okay. The only bad timing that with Death Metal were
and plus two with the original like Dark Knight's Metal, it's coming off of like the success of Rebirth and all that. So like, there was like I had this need to kind of like read most of like the DC.
Also, Doomsday Clock
and Doomsday Clock. Well, that book's problem was it took too fucking long to finish.
Well, that ain't got way back crazy.
A lot of Doomsday Clock's problem was the crap that Didio was doing.
Agreed. No, then Crisis.
And if anything, if Jeff Johns was able to get all of his stuff out on time, like originally planned,
Jeff Johns should have never went to movies. He should have stuck with comics. DC would be in a better place right now. Let's
DCU was singing shit anyway. You should never try to say DCU.
But the movies were a shit show too. So it's like.
Then I don't blame the DC fault. That more. Let's be real, Like, what I don't want to bring Zack Snyder.
Let's be real. It's everyone who worked on those movies.
Everyone,
you can't.
It's more not the higher ups. The higher ups fuck everything up.
Yeah, the higher ups don't know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Snyder had some good ideas in some bits, but there was a lot of things that were bad.
did.
Like his
Yeah.
Justice League 2 ideas sound horrible. Like let's
they
have
great.
Bruce Wayne knock up Lois Lane and
Why? Who wants that?
Oh my
Superman
God,
raises
No
his
thanks.
son.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was gonna have Batman knock up Lois Lane. And then
Oh.
Superman was gonna raise his kid, like Bruce's son as his own, as one of the ideas. And I'm like, and then he would eventually become the new Batman. Like that is a horrible fan fiction idea.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
it's
let's
like
have
Beyond, but not
let's have
Batman
this
Beyond.
entire DC universe. Let's
Yeah.
make the dead Robin Dick Grayson. And
That
people
was
were
dumb
like,
as a. You had it there. The slam
That's Jason's
dunk
hot.
for
Dead
Red
Robin.
Hood.
you could have
But-
very well fixed a lot of these issues. You know what? They should have started out BVS with Tim Drake as Bruce's Robin since he's older. And
I
then
agree.
if you want to get rid of Ben Affleck, you can bring back Dick Grayson, say they had a falling out. And then Damian already exists, and then you can replace Batman for long-term stuff.
Returns. He's Batman Dark Returns Batman, not regular Batman from Frank Miller.
Yeah, it just so much potential.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
At least Michael Keaton's coming back in a
Well,
movie that
who
probably
knows?
might not ever get released at this point.
Well,
because of this
I
megastar.
heard after we
Yes.
made trying to beat it after all. Besides Edinburgh bullshit. Not
Right.
really do well in theaters. Hell no. It's all the
heard
time
what
we have
people say.
do well.
Ezra Miller has pretty much fucked whatever goodwill was even left in the DCU because it's
Yeah.
finished. No,
Yeah.
nobody. I don't care
Yeah.
what happens now after that
Yeah.
because you ended up highlighting and elevating probably the weakest casting of the Justice League in Ezra Miller. You did not do right by Henry Cavill, and here you are. And Henry Cavill is still very much willing to come back as Superman.
The sad
Yep.
thing is, like, Cavill just stays mostly out of controversy with a lot of stuff, and for whatever reason, they're like, we're not going to pay you as much money, but we'll sure as hell give Ezra Miller all this money. And even then, like, they just had an article that came out. So remember that, like, before they filmed the Flash movie, there's that incident of Ezra choking a fan. And and then now it's like Variety held on to that information for like 2 years of like the fans like
why
comments on that because
Yeah.
the studio was probably like, don't you dare release this. And it's like, why? Like, this could be your excuse. Like, you're out to get this really awful person or like away and then recast with something better.
Yeah.
I know you're going to get started filming, but you can find a much better actor.
Well, Back to the Future has the same problem. Well, Back to the Future got reshot at the time movie, and it worked.
Yeah, and besides, like, even the MCU, Edward Norton was Hulk at first, but then here comes Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Well, I have my.
Then again, that's
issues
really
with
was more difficult promo bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I still liked Edward Norton. I only like Ruffalo
Same.
really in the first Avengers movie. He was really good there, and then like he just.
I think he was good on the other movie. He was great in Full Ragnarok and Age of Ultron. He also good. I think,
Age of Ultron's okay. Like
yeah,
but like it just became too goofy. I think.
Yeah.
Like I like the real struggle that Hulk had early on, and like
Yeah.
he was really in control. Like you watch his acting in first Avengers movie, and then just look at it now. He just seems so tired, just doesn't care. So, but anyways, back to the Super Son stuff because I feel like we
Yeah.
kind
Yes, of course. Yes,
yeah. Back
definitely.
to the more
All right.
comic
Here
stuff.
we go. Some more of the trailer.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Aliens are taking over the globe.
Starro.
This is what happens if the Suicide Squad did not stop Starro in that movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I'm happy among the stars.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just didn't discuss it.
I also put a bit of a comment on Tevye's this talk about the
Yeah.
animation, and I thought the way they've sort of like done this, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that remind you of like a
Alien.
certain
Yeah.
adult movie?
Yep.
Huh.
Ring any bells? Xenomorph? Based
Oh,
on
man. I mean, I was thinking
Yeah.
like they were doing the whole Rick and Morty thing where you have those aliens like that. That's what I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Right?
By the way, Tony, can you go back? Yeah. Wait, no, wait, stop. Go back for a sec. Hang on. Yeah, stop it. Oh. Keep going. Stop. Yeah. What I'm trying to say
Vegeta.
I like the Libra designs. Perfect.
God, look at his hair.
Oh, yeah,
It's
the-
Vegeta.
it is
And
Vegeta.
John, like, go on, or Goten.
I am the Prince of all Abu. I mean, Damian kind of reminds me of Vegeta a lot. There's some similarities there.
Oh yeah, no.
And John,
It's like Goten and Trunks, and then like Vegeta,
Yeah.
It's got that a little bit to it.
Oh yeah.
Definitely Goten and Trunks, and then like a little bit of Vegeta in there. Like it's kind of a mix of the two in some ways.
Yeah, kind of ready to go on Vegeta, Goku.
No,
and,
next month, Dragon Ball Super
Goten Trunks.
superhero. Although, like,
dive on my movie. I come over on my birthday. I think it's my birthday. Okay.
yeah, my downside is like it's not. It's the animation for the movie. It's just like a video. It's a CG anime style.
I'm fine with it.
I like the 2D drawing. It looks better.
Same.
But everything's going cheaper with it.
I still agree that it should have been done more so in like the Young Justice type format, but there are some things in this which they have used the CG to which it does look alright to use, and then there are other scenes where you can definitely see it's like more of the 2D, so it's a bit of a combination of the two.
Right.
Yep.
Damian spiked his hair up so he seems taller.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I'm glad that they have used the Rebirth costumes. That is probably the best thing that will definitely sell this thing.
Yeah.
Now, wouldn't it be interesting if in the extras that they might even include, say, for example, some of the Super Sons Rebirth stuff?
Mm-hmm.
If they do that, I'll be happy. That'll show DC that they made a massive mistake. Gee, it's almost like that you guys fucked up too many times and it's deep under your mistake. Forget a bunch of bullshit. Forget that awful time.
You know,
I need a rant. Rant time. I know you're a good writer, but I'm sorry, your book failed. No one gets it ever Sonic Hell. It's a bad book. I know people like that book, and glad people like that story. Fantastic, and people like the series. Great. What part do you guys? I'm glad you like that book. Me personally, I can't stand it. I tried. 12 issues of bullshit. No progression. No plot. And a book. Building out of it was so boring. Like, I'm in a Wildstorm villain.
So look at this movie. It looks like it's
Quantum.
This movie's being written by Jeremy Adams, who's the current Flash writer.
That is correct. That is correct.
The 5 billion amazing.
And
Flash is fantastic.
I noticed that in some of the information that was shared online, even via Twitter, that it did have Jeremy Adams on the title. And remembering that he was on the present Flash run, that has been really good. So with him being connected to this, I am going to give this Battle of the Super Sons movie the benefit of the doubt that yes, this thing is going to be great.
I will say this.
I trust them 100%.
Hold on. I'm not finished yet.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
On top of that, once he also shared on his Twitter, he also did give thanks to the original people connected to the Super Sons.
Tomasi and Hoydeman and Patrick Gleason.
Well, he forgot Patrick Gleason, but he still remembered Jorge.
Well, technically, Gleason never did the art for the actual Super Sons book. But technically, he did draw the first meeting of them in Superman Rebirth.
First meeting, and he was also connected to the Super Sons of Tomorrow arc.
Yeah,
that's
he was in that as well, and I think that's something that people forget.
God, just look at like the state of DC a few years ago versus now. It was so much better.
Oh my gosh, it's depressing to think about.
It's depressing to think about now.
Really, like I said, it was no Justice, and then Bendis coming in, and then all that momentum just.
And then
Bendis is coming.
And then Tom King over Batman Book went to shit. Okay, that's not true.
And then
Teen
Titans
happened. Then issue 50 happened, and all went to shit. Like,
yeah, that's true.
You built this entire wedding. You built it up for years. Since issue 1, not issue 1, since issue 10. I forget what issue I do. I don't remember.
I also love the dialogue. Bat, cat, bat, cat, cat.
Okay, and then you built all up in the wedding. I was happy. I was excited for the wedding. Yes, Finally, Batman can be happy. And the thing I want for you, Batman can get married and then get married to Catwoman. And I get how would Wayne back in the event. And then Damon goes sister. And then I got John, Damian, and Howard Wayne. I got my wish. And then I'll get going to issue 50 and get the shit.
There was some interesting prelude stuff to the wedding as well, which Tim Seeley, if I remember well, I liked the one that he did that covered Damian Wayne.
Yeah, that one. Really cool.
Oh yeah, because that actually covered a plot line
actually captured his character and also captured sort of like some of the thoughts and feelings of what he could actually be going through in that time in relation to the wedding.
Yep.
Of course, there were some hits and misses. I noticed that some people had a bit of an issue with the Red Hood one versus Anarchy.
The other one was weird.
Oh God, I forgot about
this.
I
like that one.
Thing is, with the Red Hood one, how I came to see it, because, of course, we know who Red Hood is.
Yeah.
Right?
And killer.
Right? I found that story to be more so about the character's identity in this particular event. But the thing is, both characters struggled with their identity in the Rebirth.
True. They did.
All right, because you had Anarchy in the Tinian run.
In
the Detective Comics Rebirth.
We had a good run. It fixed J. Robin. It salvaged his character after he destroyed him. Scott does not be the character. He destroyed the character for crap.
Right? But we didn't see Anarchy in the Tom King Batman run.
No,
he was only seen in the Detective Comics run.
Yep.
Which we also got like something very big Bat family related that was happening at the Belfry, the Bell Tower.
Yes. It was the Night of Monster Man crossover.
Yeah.
After Tim Drake died. But spoilers, he wasn't dead. He got done with Mr. Oz. Who was Joel in the sky. A hood. Then the Duckman head.
If it's one thing as well with the Super Sons of Tomorrow run, you do actually sort of see in Tim Drake's character is that he can have a bit of a vengeful streak.
Yep.
Evil Tim Drake was insane and crazy and freaking nuts.
Yeah, and I think if DC were to go anywhere, they would have to like have Tim Drake sort of like come back and address that.
Yeah.
Like, he's still stuck.
Even though it might have been even though it might have been, say, for example, connected to a new 52 Tim Drake, in the Rebirth Tim Drake, you could have him address like a little bit more clearly, or even in the present. I don't quite trust Megan Fitzmartin.
I'm
being blunt on this, and I'm probably not the only one that doesn't like her character that much either.
Same. I don't trust her.
Doesn't like her writing that much, and doesn't trust her writing. It's like he had a bit of an underlying anger, to which this anger itself could actually be towards more so Damian Wayne instead of John Samuel Kent. And that in a way would make a little bit more sense. Like, what if he's got, say, feelings of inferiority because, all right, he knows that he isn't the legit biological son of the Batman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But let's have a look at his history too. He's also a bit of a poster boy. Right? He comes out of a rich family, so he's a bit of a rich poster boy. But if we were, say, to move to the character of Jason Todd, we're probably looking at a character that would be considered sort of like middle class.
Yeah.
Not so rich family. All right. And yes, with what happened in the Robin run, yes, he can probably be the most emotional. And I think that was actually well brought out in Joshua Williamson's Robin run. And I just love that scene where you just see him meet up with him, and he's sort of like, I'm going to get you. And then sort of like, as he's talking to him, it's sort of like, do you want the most emotional one? And he just gives him a hug, and it's sort of like, oh,
Yeah,
ouch. And ouch
That's
for him,
great.
but you know, I reckon he loved that moment.
Yeah.
I could see, yeah, okay, no, he might have had that meet up with Damian Wayne. I reckon he loved that moment of just getting a hug from his little brother.
Before he chased him out and knock him out.
Then there was whatever was said to Tim Drake, which wasn't like brought up in a lot of discussion. If you
It was
remember
weird
that.
around Tim Drake.
Yeah, like of what he said to what Damian Wayne Robin said to Tim Drake. Now, the problem is he's got to leave that Robin mantle. Tim Drake especially.
But Tim Drake's been around for a decade. People love with Robin. I love with Robin.
Yeah, yes, but the present Robin that should be Robin now is Damian.
So,
Like I've got no problem with him being called Red Robin, like Tim Drake.
I was fine with that in 352 because that made sense. It was organic.
Either that or he goes back to college, finishes his college, comes back out, opportunity to create a completely new mantle. All right.
There's Red Wing. Oh, wait. That's already taken.
All right. Because if it's one thing that DC has showed in the last 2 years, or if anything, probably 3 years, is where to take Tim Drake in the DC universe. Now, don't forget that crap in relation to the Batman Eternal. Oh, not the Batman Eternal. Correction, Robin.
Robin Eternal. I remember that book.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
Future State. Oh my goodness.
No. Oh, Future State.
Yeah, the Future State, Robin Eternal. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot
My
about
bad.
Future State.
Yeah.
There's
So
so many.
that blocked my mind.
Yeah.
They're still making Future State books, which is weird.
This is my favorite
Oh, they are?
crap. And John
Yeah, they're making like that Future State Gotham
Even
thing,
worse.
and nobody
Oh,
cares.
that's not true. Really destroyed John, but Future State John is worse. What am I saying?
yeah.
They're both bad. Not the Future State Flash.
Yep.
And Future
Anyways,
State
what's
Gang.
next in this trailer?
Yeah.
We go.
What are you doing here? Aliens are taking over the globe.
Just taking over. Oh, I've seen hentai that start this way.
It is time. It is time. It is time. It is time. It is time.
God, so
Come on,
creepy.
farm boy. We gotta go save our dads.
The
Hey.
ultimate threat.
Yep.
I actually liked Lois doing the whole thing with the "it is time" thing. I thought that was. I was like, oh, that's pretty
that's so
freaky.
creepy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool.
It's
It's cool.
really sort of like setting up a hive mind in relation to Starro's character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we started Congo. It had to use spores to infect everyone at the entire universe. Like, I have him on the stars.
Well, I must admit, the way
movie.
the Starros come out, they do remind me of like the Alien movies.
Same.
Instead of like
facehuggers?
through the gut, it's
Yeah, big
actually through the face.
Yep. The
Yep.
face huggers.
And,
Yep.
yeah, so very interesting.
The last time we saw Star Conquer and AMDC way besides the General Shooter Squad was in Batman Brave the Bold. And that's it. Well, that's not true. Star Conquer appeared in DCAU and Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
I don't think it was officially confirmed as Starro. I think it was something else. Or am I thinking?
Oh yeah, he was in Superman the Anime series first and then a cameo.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of episodes, so it's tough to kind of tell. But I just assume it's Starro.
Yeah.
Yes,
in Superman the Anime he came up first, then in Batman Beyond you saw me afraid. Took a toast in my mind for decades.
Yep. All right, let's what's next in this trailer.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of fighting going on here.
Yeah.
Like I said, the animation's a little bit more fluid, so the action can be quite good.
Yeah,
All right,
badass.
dweebs. Let's
All
do
right,
this
so here we
thing.
have. Wait a minute, Wallace. It's Wally West.
That's
Yep.
Wally West.
Yeah, like which is different from Rebirth because
Of
you
Wallace
know,
West
it was Wallace
2.
West. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wallace West. What did
But
he get the pocket war?
And this,
Oh yeah,
this
showed
gives
off.
me
Very brutal.
this gives me an interesting thought because before they brought back the OG Wally West, DC, was heavily trying to push Wallace West
Which failed.
as like this is kid,
miserably.
yeah. And now it seems like DC is like saying, okay, everybody loves the OG Wally West. That's who we're going to continue to push from here on out. Not that Wallace West wasn't bad. They just mishandled his
I agree.
character so many times.
He should have had a different name. Give him a different
Yeah.
name.
Well, he
Different
did have been
speech.
next right
Well, in Jeremy Adams' Flash run,
He calls
he's
him Ace.
been given the nickname
Ace.
Ace, and I think that is actually really good for him.
That's a great name. I love
No,
that
that's a
nickname.
smart. That's
Because-
smart.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
I
Okay, I didn't know that.
I think it's a really good idea because at least now the Flashes can have an ace in the hole.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, looking at this image here, we could still have our Trinity.
Yep.
Yep, Marsh
Oh,
Manor,
yeah.
we have
Cassie.
Beast Boy, Reaper Beast Boy, we have Cassie Sam Wendigo, who, can I just say, I love that design. Yeah, it's Benny's design, but you know what? I'll give Benny this. That design made sense for her. And it's good. Even if it won't pass the Grecian design first. Even if they want to go, Cassie Sam want to go to grade.
Yeah.
I wonder what other characters will make cameos, like especially from like the Titan side. Will we get like other Robins in this thing, or are we just kind of just sticking with the Super Sons? Or
Well-
is this just all we can do? Are they going to join the Teen Titans at the end of the movie? I think that'd be kind
I
of
hope
cool.
not. Oh, well, I kind of
Well, technically, we did the Super Giant TN's Go at a cameo.
Well,
I'm not kidding. John would in one episode in a cameo and TN to Go at a Easter egg. It was adorable.
actually, I'd be surprised if at the end of the movie that we actually get to see the Fortress of Attitude.
Ooh, I'll be all for
Yes.
that.
Now, if you think about this first movie, right, this is meant to be their first biggest threat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, big threat, big reward.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
But I'll be all
So-
for the attitude. That'll be great.
So hopefully we might get, who knows, Morrison Bay. And
Mm-hmm.
where's Morrison Bay? Between Metropolis and Gotham.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was in between them both? Something that both Superman and Batman had put together.
Yep.
And it was the Fortress of Attitude. Well, that's what John called it.
That's John did everything like the name.
Yeah. So, and I still think it suits the place, the Fortress of Attitude. What if we end up
Yeah.
getting a bit of an end screen or an end credit to which we get to see that, and it might lead to either the series or second movie.
I'll
Maybe
be all
this will
for
set up
that.
Deceased.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were not going to succeed. Well, okay, that's not true. We make it to see more zombies succeeds. Even though I hate more zombies. in the
I'm just
comic,
throwing
more
ideas
zombies.
out there.
More zombies is such a terrible comic. It's
I
just
also
like-
I was hearing rumblings of a Crisis on Infinite Earths movie trilogy
Yes.
coming out, and I
I
heard they're
don't
gonna
last
bring
year.
back different. Because if you watch that Constantine animated movie, like it ends in such a weird, abrupt way that makes absolutely no sense.
You
But
know, I
feels
have
like
to
it's
watch
setting up for
that.
something big.
I was confused by that. Wait, what? That's how it ends? Constantine get trapped in a weird my brain is like broken right now by the ending on blue screen. What? Huh? I'm confused. Connect the dots.
Well, I haven't watched it, so I can't really comment on it. So,
Yeah.
should we see?
Oh,
a little bit
Sean,
more?
you continue.
Yep.
Hey, Johnny Vision.
They got that right.
Yep.
Yep. The teamwork there was just pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Perfect
Yep.
team.
They are the perfect team. And DC refused to undo
There
the
you go.
damage.
But
But
that's
Now
a cool
this
moment.
this looks like it might be towards the end of the film.
yeah, I
This
can
looks
see
like
that.
the Watchtower. Maybe it's the
Yeah.
Watchtower. Yeah.
Maybe
The
stars on the
Watchtower.
Watchtower.
Yep.
Hey. Yes.
It comes out October. I'm looking forward. Like October is gonna be a big month.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
it is. And we're definitely going to need to pay attention to the solicitations that come out for October as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, movie
And-
time.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Call my finger on that one.
So
Because
hope-
we do.
Because we know that there's already some announcements connected to the Super Sons characters for
Yes.
Dark Crisis. Now, I think I think they both come out also in the same time period in October.
Yes, we got Dark Crisis, World
tie-in
Superman. We're
Yeah.
doing with Tom King. Here's the thing though. Tom King overhate the guy. The guy knows the way to get Superman book. He wrote basically up and away with that with a good story. So maybe, just maybe, if this movie succeeds, maybe I get my wish and they get under the damage by Tom Taylor. The Dark Crisis Time, the World Superman book. I'm only buying that book. I'm only reading it only for John. Even though it's super long and stuff, I don't give a damn. It's 10-year-old John getting back in 7-8. I'll bite the bullet. Wait, Sean, are you going to cover World War Dark Crisis Superman?
What's that?
Are you going to cover World War Dark Crisis Superman?
Dark Crisis. Well, I are you saying the World or just Dark Crisis?
No. World Without Justice League Dark Crisis Superman.
The title of it is called Dark Crisis: Worlds Without a Justice League, and then it covers the character of Superman, and that comes out this month.
Okay, I'm covering every Dark Crisis issue and tie-in on the channel.
Ah man, good luck.
You know what? I did it with Fear State, and like there's some stuff that said it was a tie-in had nothing to do with Fear State at all.
Yeah, it was all bullshit.
Fear State was the most over-bloated waste of time I've ever seen. It didn't need to be 3 months. Every issue crossed over. It didn't need it. You could have cut it down substantially. You wouldn't miss anything. What a waste of an event. I really like. There was like 35 issues, and like there was more.
I didn't review any of the Fear State stuff because it would just drove me insane.
There was more tie-ins for Fear State than there are for Dark Crisis
or Joker War.
Like, I was so happy like the Rom book was like separate from all that. Like, look at this, an easy to follow storyline. And then we got Shadow War, which crossed over with several things. Which
it got it with Batman and Deathstroke Inc.
At least it was all one writer doing that. So it's
Yeah.
like if you're reading those other books, then okay, it tied in just fine.
Deathstroke Inc. confused me. I couldn't review that book because I just got lost. The only thing I read the Respawn stuff, and I had to Respawn to go creator. But then he got killed off.
I heard he's coming.
Why?
He's
Respawn.
He's gonna come back. I already know this.
I don't mean him coming back. He got shot.
Williamson said something that there's more to it.
If I were to guess, with him coming back, hey, look who we've got here, Kabuto.
Super Saiyan movies. Well,
all right. To those who don't know Kabuto, he's actually connected to Bounding in the Comics. So
okay.
So thanks for making it to the live stream.
How's it going? Cool. Nice to meet you.
How you going, man?
Hey, nice to meet you.
So really looking forward to this happening. I was trying to find a DC article to which they said that the list was going to be increased with a couple more titles.
Oh yeah, you're right. Shit.
Maybe you screenshot.
Yeah, having to do with Dark Crisis, and that's what
I know. It's like every time I have to like save an image, like okay, this is a tie-in here, this is one here. And then they're like, we're gonna have a tie-in to I Am Batman. I'm like, no, I dropped that book.
I'm trying to find the ones which they speak about the Super Sons.
I think it was like they have to go on like their separate teams and stuff. But
Yeah,
Quick question: is Dark Crisis set after the Batman vs. Robin book?
That's my best guess. If you're going like Kanye was.
Presently have no idea in relation to that.
Okay, because I know like it's tied into.
We'll find it in the past. We'll
right.
find it in the past.
And Batman vs. Robin is set after the Robin book ends, so it's literally just like the next issue for the next couple months.
Kind of, sort of.
Well, it's like it picks up right after the ending of that series. So it's like even though we're losing that book, it's like it's continuing right away in like the next.
But remember, great. Well, I think Marvel did it, but I hope we mess up Damian with Killer. I want to continue.
There's an image I saw of like an art in progress thing. It looked like Damian looked like a demon, so he's
gonna he's attacked by our boy John, a 10-year-old boy.
Yeah, so he's gonna get possessed by something. You know what? I'm kind of hoping for something like a Superman 3. I know that movie's not great, but my favorite scene in any Superman movie is the junkyard fight between Clark Kent and the evil Superman.
Yeah.
I want something kind of like that, where it's like an internal conflict, but we see it
I know
orchestrated.
what you're talking about.
And then, like, like he's kind of like when he finally inevitably stops the evil version of himself, like you see him like do like kind of the shirt opening thing. It's the Robin symbol. Like that would be really cool.
That'd be cute. We totally got that before in Patrick in Peter Mark and Patrick doing Batman Robin when we ripped up the shirt and
but this can tie into that a little bit more to show no. You despite all the evil and temptations, like I've grown past this, never going back. And every writer who tries to do it should just be banned entirely from writing the character. I'm so
look at you, Adam Glass. You destroyed Damian Killer more than.
Well, it's not just him. It was. It's also like. I mean, as much as I blame the writers too, there is faults with editorial.
That's true.
Because we know they were trying to make him and John just Magneto and Xavier, which nobody liked.
This is a whole idea.
Which is a universally hated idea, and that's why
it's for 5G.
Why would you? Oh man, why would you want
and
to?
And to make it worse, they're going to be reviving.
Right. It's like it's like they want to make things like worse.
Like you've already aged up John. We don't need him to be fighting. You see, that's aging up John. I want to say
worst thing ever.
Look, I mean, apart from it being the worst thing ever, it's like you want to make him some wise sage and saint when even as a 10-year-old boy he had some edge to him.
Yeah, he had a mistake.
Also, spending 7 years in some prison planet basically
and tortured by
had no impact. No impact whatsoever.
It should definitely scar you. And I mentioned this and I've mentioned this before, that it's why I think this is the perfect avenue. Like this John Kent, if you want to keep this John Kent as an LGBT icon, fine. But that is not John Kent. The real John Kent, if this is how we're going to go, is still somewhere wherever Jor-El left him, frozen, because the idea, the characters are entirely different. This new John is very meek. He's very pretentious. He's very passive aggressive,
which is asshole.
Not well, yeah, I guess. But the thing is, it's not even the lovable asshole that you would expect to have rubbed off on him from Damian. This is like a very Damian would not want to be friends with an individual like this, basically. Because even Damian, I think, even though Damian is 13, viewed John as like a project. Like maybe his own apprentice, basically, despite them being kids. Which I thought was
15 now. I think he's 15.
Well, he should be. Well, I think. Well, he might be 14.
14.
Okay.
Yeah, he should be 14. But here's the thing. This is why it played off so well, because Damian always saw John as like, oh, I can mold him into what I want. But then, as we saw through Super Sons, it was John who was kind of molding Damian to loosen up, to be better, to be friendly, and all of that type of stuff. So when you got rid of John, and then the Teen Titans pretty much, we're just going to revert him back to what he was.
Apart. It's in the shooter squad book.
Like, damn, terrible. When you think about
it. And to make it worse, John went back at the Peter bullshit. After that 11 o'clock, he tried to find that friend, and then I find his note. No, I give up. What? That's not John. The John I don't even know give my best friend. And read the thing I learned for no device. Oh, you fucking kidding me? That's not John. Like, that's stupid.
Well, if you have a look at a lot of Bendis's writing,
Oh yeah,
it feels a little bit more like the new 52 style.
It did.
Mm.
All right, even with the
Yep.
Lois. All right, and here he is trying to work off a kid, a kid that's loved throughout the DC universe.
Yep.
And of course, all the crap that happens, the way John's acting is even somewhat out of character. Like,
Yeah.
for myself, I'm surprised that he got, say, the first 3 issues past me. Right.
And shocked that went through.
But another thing too is, how are we to know that this is the same Jor-El that is actually connected to DC Rebirth? We don't.
It doesn't make any sense. At the end, at the end of the artifact, he got
Right.
captured by Dr. Manhattan again.
Mm-hmm.
How did he escape? Never explained.
Like, he never gave any, and I mean any, comic book references to where he was grabbing any of this stuff from. I don't care if how deep involved the editor was in the story or not. They are also a part of losing the audience.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Because without those details, especially for us, the audience, no wonder Bendis Superman was hated so much. You are also to blame. Not just Bendis, but also you. And you should have been there to reel him in.
Yep.
To address issues. I don't care if he doesn't care about continuity. You should at least be the person to at least show some care towards the continuity. Let me tell you about one person who was also an editor for DC Comics. That's right. You ready for it? He gave us the Super Sons. Peter J. Tomasi. He too was an editor at DC Comics. He too understood and realized why continuity was important. And that's why you see a lot of good continuity, especially in relations to all of the Super Sons related content in the comics.
Yep.
And that even includes Challenge of the Super Sons.
Yep.
Like, I loved how Challenge of the Super Sons, these two started to feel more like brothers, like the way they were throwing insults at each other. But if anything, they felt more like brothers in Challenge of the Super Sons than what they did in like previous runs. Like, and you could see that.
Yep.
Like, I'm D, he's J. He's my brother from another mother, but I love him. still a pain in the bum to him, but yeah.
Indeed.
Like, that's how it came off. I loved it when it came to the balloon scene, having the
with Hawk Girl.
Hawk Girl. That was incredible.
That's hilarious.
And here we go. We've got John literally holding his breath with freaking gas in his mouth.
Yeah, with the poison.
Good old Challenge of the Super Sons.
Yes,
that was fun. That series didn't get a lot of because it was a digital, I think. So I remember.
I reviewed every issue, and I will review this book again at the end. I have to own this book.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely enjoyed reviewing it on the channel as well.
Yeah.
That was great fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if anything, one of my next biggest hit in regard to views was actually the challenge on the channel. I love the introduction of, say, our next villains for him to go up against, Felix Faust and
and Venom Savage.
Savage.
Yeah, great.
And then, of course, we had Aurora.
Yeah, the
and
wizard.
yeah, and if anything, she was basically the wizard's apprentice.
You know,
technically she was slave.
The downside of Challenge of the Super Sons is Tomasi is so limited in terms of what he can do because of the continuity. And it's like if that didn't happen, if they didn't do all the aging up nonsense,
if Bennett didn't destroy everything, we would not be in this situation.
Right, we could still have all these characters becoming friends and interacting in present day DC. But no, it's like we're stuck with this awful story choice, which can be easily fixed, but everyone's just too afraid to do anything about it.
If Taylor was smart,
it's never going to be
under the damage.
It will never be fixed now.
Unless reboots. Here's my solution. Let's alter our existence. And banish our existence. Oh no, he be doing bisexual people. I don't give a damn. Fuck him. Okay, I'm not about to be here. I'm not gonna be. I'm okay. My race. But at this point, like, check it. I got about the LGBTQ. No, he isn't. Fuck that. We're dumb that shit. I don't care what you go have it a road to work. You got kind of shower existence. And if we have to fair controversy, I don't give a damn. So be it. It's the only way that's under the damage.
Yep.
Everything
around not just John Kent, but also Tim Drake has become a complete sexual obsession gimmick of DC Comics. And you guys need to seek professional help.
Yes.
Before, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Ghislaine Maxwell might have some of your members on the list.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
And with that
you might want
segue,
to pick things up before, well, the shite hits the fan a little bit heavier.
Don't say it out loud. They're always watching. Yeah. Oh, so also I'm gonna have to get going in the next few minutes. So
no problems. Thanks for dropping into the live stream, Sean.
Yeah, I got another 2 minutes or so. So I'll just do it then. But
how about we watch this trailer again?
Okay, we'll watch it one more time.
Yeah, one more time. Yeah.
One more time.
This is the...
Welcome to the Batcave.
Oh, they're both wearing trunks. I just noticed that.
That's the Batmobile and the Batcomputer.
I don't trust Batman.
He's the new kid.
John, this is Batman's son, Damian.
Back.
Well, he's obviously not invulnerable.
Reminds me of us when we first met.
I was nicer.
What are you doing here? Aliens are taking over the globe.
I also appreciate how it's an original story and not just a direct adaptation of anything.
Yeah.
It is time. It is time. It is time. It is time.
Come on, farm boy. We gotta go save our dads.
The voices fit pretty well too.
It does.
Although, I do kind of wish there was some way we can get
right,
younger
Justice
Stuart
Leagues.
Allen when
Let's
he
do
was
this thing.
as Damian in this would have been pretty cool. But he aged out of the role a bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely did.
I think it's still great.
yeah, like I said, he's still to me the voice of the character. When I read the comics, I still hear that voice. Like I said, I wish there was kind of some way we can get the kid version of him because obviously his voice got deeper and that. But we can get him when he was the Teen Titans movie voice,
son of Batman, basically.
Yeah,
right. That's Troy Baker Batman.
If we got Teen Titans versus Justice League or whatever voice, that would have been.
I know what you're talking about.
That would have been better.
We could have got Actor Parker's destroyed the entire universe.
Yeah, we'll see if they ever revisit that again. So,
well, kind of made Judah forget that movie.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
they should have made a third movie. I really wish they did.
I definitely enjoyed Stuart Allen as the voice of Robin as well.
Same.
In those movies, and whenever I was watching or even reading through the trades at the time, yes, it was his voice that I could picture doing for Damian.
Yep, it's like when I read a comic, I hear Kevin Conroy's voice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or like when I read the Joker, it's just Mark Hamill, even though we've had so
Yeah.
like there's certain voices that I just like I fit to those characters so well. So
Yep.
But anyways, thank you for having me on the stream. It's nice to finally jump up on one of these things and talk about something that we are all passionate about. Super Sons is really good stuff.
Yep.
It's nice that we're getting this movie. I'm looking forward to when it drops and stuff. And if anybody's watching this, I did one quick video on it, but I mean, we've talked about this. So, I mean, like if you want to watch it, then it's there. But thank you for having me on. It was nice meeting you, Master Chudy. Tevya,
Definitely.
always a pleasure. And to Helium, thank you very much for having me on.
No problem. You're welcome anytime.
All right, thank you very much. I have to jump onto my channel one of these days for a stream. Like I said, I haven't done them in a while, but I potentially might do something tomorrow. I don't know.
I do hope we can do a stream together someday. Maybe we can do a stream on not Young Jet, maybe A Sibling maybe or something.
Well, actually, I'll have to see how things go in relation to its release here in Australia, and maybe we could probably try to return for that.
Yeah, perhaps live commentary or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe do on Battle Super that comes out in October.
Yeah. I mean, I think that could work. I think it could work. So.
Yeah, that could work.
Probably, yeah.
I'll be buying the movie in Blu-ray immediately. This is my top of the list.
I think the panel's made up their mind that yes, we're all gonna be going out to get it.
Yeah.
I'm just
this
the
would
last
also be great for cinema as well.
Yeah. I said that in the video. Like this would have been something you could have thrown a little bit more money at and released in theaters.
Yeah.
So,
but get Super Pets.
Look, Super Pets is only getting made because you got The Rock in there. Let's be honest.
That's true. Yeah.
So, it'll make money.
Fun. It's fun movie. I'll check out for
Yep. So I will say this. I think Super Pets is going to make more than Lightyear. I'm going to call it right now. I'm going to call it. Well, Lightyear was just boring is its problem. It's more Interstellar than it is Flash Gordon, which is what Buzz Lightyear the toy is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a send up of those like 90 classic
90s.
Yeah, some kind of cheesy in that, but like the movie forgot to like be fun. So
was good dog a turn.
Yeah. So much disappointment. All right, guys. Well, I got to get going. Thanks for having me on. Really appreciate it. And we'll have to do this again sometime.
Yep. Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care, man. Bye. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, Tony, you're gonna show the article on the
Yep. I'll have to pull it up.
On the side of Super Saiyan and John, we did get a new on Ruby Jabby crossover, which I need to talk about this. I know did not super away, but hang on, I'll show you what I mean by this. I think that they had on before. Ruby. On it. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Remember this?
All right. We'll cover yours first.
Yeah.
Right. We'll let you cover yours first, and then we'll come back to.
Remember Ruby? Apparently, there's a crossover anime movie 2023.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
Which I'm confused. Why do we need this? Like, look, Ruby.
I'm not interested. I'm just gonna say it up front.
Set in the crossover comic continuity. Wait, what? It's set in the crossover comic continuity. How? I thought I know the story. When I covered it on my channel, I know the story. I'm confused. What? I don't understand. Look, Ruby, I tried. I really did. Season 1 was good, but then I went to shit. And season efficacy, I don't remember. And I did Rooster Teeth, and I don't trust them. They left my channel a long time ago. So I don't know how this is supposed to work. I tell you, do you think this is going to be really bad?
Well, I've not picked up any Ruby at all, so I got no idea how its franchise works.
Yeah, same.
And let alone how its power system or whatever else works, I got no idea. So it's completely alien to me.
Yeah.
Just like the alien infestation in Battle of the Super Sons.
Indeed. Yeah. Like, I don't know how this is gonna work, but who knows? This movie is not my movie, especially with what I'm trying to do. But this movie, I don't know. It could go either way. It could be really good or really bad. But who's the team I don't trust these days? Been giving it a whole try good.
If
Who
I
knows?
were to guess, one of the reasons they might be putting this out is to maybe try to reach the manga audience.
And to say themselves, we remember Uchi's
Yeah.
not doing well in.
But I think they're
Right.
going the wrong way about it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Ruby is not the way to bring in manga
Yeah,
readers
It's not.
because it went downhill so fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
Star
fast.
the main villain of the comic. I forgot he the main villain of the comic. Taiwan, Star being Ruby, and then he'd be at the end and Battle Super Sons. Man, you making a reappearance with Starro. That's great. Oh, speaking of Starro, I just realized something.
Oh, Jaro.
Like, what if at the end of video Battle Super Sons we get Jaro?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
What
that'd be
the-
pure genius. Like, I love Jaro. He's so
What's
cute.
saying one converts to the light side of the force?
Yeah,
We can't guarantee that will happen yet.
true.
Yeah.
But it's all
But
been
it-
Battle Super
But it
Sons.
might be something interesting if they, for example, wanted to explore maybe the Super Sons going into the future. Now, that's something that hasn't really been covered in the actual comics. Sort of like, what happens if the Super Sons were actually sent to the future?
I will be all for it, but either they're saying the Pat and Giant Super Sons.
Like we've
and-
seen them go from present to past and back to the present to where they were originally from in Challenge of the Super Sons, right? But we haven't seen, right? The closest we've sort of gotten to it is on the terrible Bendis run,
or just
Legion
crap. Yeah.
Legion of Super Villains,
Yeah.
because they were not acting like heroes at all.
Yeah, they wiped him in mind.
Changed
What
my
the hell?
mind.
Oh yeah, it is Damian in hoodie.
Yeah,
Like, who it is.
changed my mind. The Bendis Legion of Superheroes were not acting like heroes. They were acting more like villains, especially
Yeah.
with how Satin Girl and the rest of, right? You'd think that they would be heroes in wanting to do something to maybe inspire or aspire to what they would like the future to be. Therefore,
Yeah.
playing a part in changing the mind of said character, to which the said character which that they were playing around with was Damian, and that was completely wrong.
And Medford is mine.
And the action, it made Satin Girl look like a pure villain, not a
It did.
pure hero.
Yeah, it was wrong and fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
What? John asked him for help, and did think you kill you like his best friend mine because they went too dangerous. We didn't want to win mine and have them in the future. What the fuck? What? The John I know would never abandon his best friend. He said, "Screw you guys. You and everything. I'm going home." Like, and I wish John went home with Damian. That was it would make the I know what we're still in there somewhere.
Yeah,
But no, it's the superheroes.
Yeah, another thing
What?
that I hold on. Another thing that I didn't quite enjoy with Brian Michael Bendis was his depiction of Talia.
Oh yeah, and
It felt
Leviathan.
so out of character, like he understood nothing about her at all. Like how she thinks, feels, reacts, how she plays people off against each other. You got none of that at all from the Talia he wrote. But instead, he ended up putting this stupid line as stupid subtext. Oh, armor, da 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 da. That says nothing about her at all.
Yeah, and then Mark Shaw took over Leviathan.
It was all for show, right? It was all exterior stuff in relation to her character. It was never in any reference to any of her interior.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
Right?
And to make it worse, Talia lost Leviathan to Mark Shaw.
Yeah.
Who's Mark Shaw? I know who this guy is. He's boring. Who is this guy? Why should he have big flex?
To be honest, Geo Force should have killed Mark Shaw.
I would have been all for that. Because with that one hilarious. Like, ha! Like, take that Bendis collision. Wait. Mark Shaw wasn't Bendis collision, but Mark Shaw.
No, Mark Shaw is actually an old sort of like Manhunter character. Changed
Manhunter.
Under Bendis. Becomes a villain.
Because reasons. There's no good explanation. In fact, Mark Shaw never even saved them. When? When did he save them? I don't know this guy. I never met him, and I met John Kent. You're telling me Leviathan knew about John Kent, and you could have kidnapped him and tortured him and used him to try and hurt sense of when the president not be tortured by Ultraman? Wait a second. Why did Bendis do that stupid idea? Look, I still hate John Kent. Leviathan made more sense, but get your awful Ultraman roles are bullshit. You should have done the spawning of John and McKinnon about Leviathan. And
I'm going to be completely honest here. I think the Grant Morrison Leviathan was 10 times better than the Bendis one.
I agree. Not
only that, you also got to see how deadly Talia was.
Yeah, and you have Heretic. Who would have cloned Damian Wayne.
Yep. All right, you really got to see how deadly she was.
Yeah.
Right, it was legit action. Like this story literally had Talia have a wanted poster, or basically a bounty poster, up for anyone who could take out her own son.
Yeah.
Like
talk
about bloody cruel.
Yeah.
That was bloody cruel. Like from his own mother wanting that. And right, that is something that Bendis was not able to bring across.
No.
In both
all he did was tell stories
how
Event Leviathan.
Checkmate.
Oh yeah, Checkmate, that terrible book.
Yes.
Why the fuck was he writing Checkmate? Checkmate a bad book. He wrote this piece of shit for Event Leviathan, which meant nothing, wrote nowhere, and with a bad story. I don't give a damn about Mark Shaw. The guy, boring. And then he repeated Action Comics. Why? Never explained. And then here's the explanation.
Yes, the Leviathan Rising arc.
Yeah, Leviathan Dawn with a Checkmate.
And that one came after the Invisible Mafia. Now, I thought the Invisible Mafia one was slightly better over the Leviathan Rising, because the way it introduced the character, like the new villain.
Red Cloud.
Yeah. Oh, Red Cloud. Ugh.
Yeah.
He's got too many unforgettable characters.
Yeah, like Logo's Eye.
Oh my gosh,
Or
I'm not
should we say
remembering
too many
how.
forgettable characters, I should say,
Yeah.
not
I
unforgettable.
remember how dull the art and the vibe to this comic was now. It just felt
It was
a
so
chore.
boring.
It was a chore to read, man.
And what a chore to read. Like,
The artists were
as soon as I had talking
exploited,
at you.
and I wouldn't be surprised if the artists for the Bendis run were also exploited.
Yeah, which one was shocked me.
Yeah.
Like my name is Mark Man. I know I said before, but thank you for all the time you saved my life that I don't even know about.
Yeah,
Wait, when does human save you? I don't remember that happening. Bullshit.
All right.
It's so fucking stupid. I'm done. Like the more I read it, the more my brain comes out of my skull.
Alrighty.
You can show article
towards this article.
Yeah.
The original article can be found on the Joker's Wild. But Leading Fool managed to help cross post it onto their website. So
that's great.
them that actually posted it on this website, showing it's connected to me who wrote the article. So as we begin, this is like some of the stuff connected to the original article. And we've got villains to beat down, the Super Sons, DC Rebirth. And would any of you like to have a bit of a read of this, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. Who wants to go first then?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Let's start at the beginning. Superman series that came out of DC Rebirth Superman, to which we were introduced to John Samuel Kent. Yep. Also via DC Contour to Rebirth by both Dan Jern and Peter DeMonte, not forgetting John Samuel Kent for introduction and conversions. Oh yeah, you've been conversions and a tie-in, which is great.
Yeah.
In fact, that's one of the best conversion tie-in ever. Well, conversions, the main book was crap, but the tie-ins were fantastic. With that document, I never thought that the event so bad we got to get good tie-ins.
Yep, it's why I made mention to it, because it is one of the best stories out there. All right, I'll now move it down to the next part.
I
All right.
that cover.
Would you like to start the next part?
Yeah, I'll do that. So okay. All right. In Trials, let the trials begin. In Trials of the Super Son, this became like an official testing ground to see if they could put two official offspring of the main heroes, to see if they could work well in the comic run under Peter J. Tomasi, to which in the Superman run, along with Patrick Gleason, who has also worked alongside Peter J. Tomasi on his Batman and Robin run, they care for both of these characters' offspring being Damian Wayne, Robin, and John Samuel Kent, Superboy. We already had the setup of friends for both characters. For Damian Wayne, it was Maya Ducard, which took place in Robin, son of Batman, under Gleason, and for the character of Kathy, to which both Gleason and Tomasi worked on in the Superman run. It later added to the Superman run the character of Bizarro, who is the son of Bizarro. Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah, that was so fun. All right, I'll move on to this next part. Their first villain. After the trial of the Super Sons, when Damian and John earned their capes from their biological fathers, plus getting to know each other over time, which you can definitely see when they both were on rocky ground until they started to begin to like each other and still had things that kept them both as different individuals.
Yeah.
Sure, there was a small age difference between them, as well as a height difference.
Still made it
all exciting.
Like I'm older, I'm taller.
Yep. All right, there's still more to this. As the first Super Sons story arc began, we learned of the character who would be the first villain, being Kid Razor,
who is a complete psychopath.
And how his character had somewhat changed some more since moving into DC Rebirth. We still somewhat had Maya in the background, who had been observing them until she was left unseen in the run, but still appeared in the Superman Rebirth run alongside with Kathy.
I love Cappy. I love that character. It breaks my heart that we want that kind of a big Bendis nonsense. Like I can't Cappy and John be couple. I got full John and Spade and ate him out of crap. What? Bendis, have you not read Superstar or Super Rebirth? Are you high? You said you love John and Superman in your interviews.
Yes,
Was that all a lie?
Yeah,
I guess
Bendis
it was.
proved how full of BS he was.
Yeah, no bullshit from the very beginning.
Bendis studying 101. Don't study anything.
Or just study the basic
By
business.
the time the Super Sons start to take on Kid Amazo, both Damian and John now have small nicknames to which they call each other. John, he called Damian D, and for Damian, he called John J, as their friendship began to grow.
I love that cover, Planet Kids. That's a cute cover.
Yeah, it was good.
It's very John in the Rock.
All right.
I really John and Shenanigans. They're adorable.
All right. Who wants to read the next part?
I'll read it. Yep. Holy motivate, bad boy! By the time we move into Planet of the Kids arc, which also crossed over with DC Rebirth Teen Titans, with my Benjamin Percy, the entire enemy with man the age of Damian to be in grandpa age. Yeah, Krakow.
Oh, yeah, I
love
remember that.
story.
Yeah.
The Teen Titans with Damian working with also enjoy John Kent and his Shoeboy's company. And also helping them out, this will come back up again next volume. It also appear in the volume in the volume or the issues that we officially got the Super Sen headquarters. Morrison Bay, between Government Tower being the point of attitude. Yay!
Yeah.
All right, there's still some more here.
Also, in the upcoming issues, it was also established that they now both go to the same school together. Yep, I remember that. That's funny. And then we had to freak out like, what? Yeah, we go to the same school with him. I gotta do it. Especially to help increase Damian in soldier skills. And Jonas can help to do with Damian. Yep. And the arc of Shooting tomorrow starts with. So we have a Tindray for New 52 enter into the universe. Technically, when New 52, it technically from pre-Flashpoint, before New 52, it gets tied into tomorrow. The Teen Titans story that the Teen Titans go to the future. Like, this took place before New 52. This is a Jeff Johns story. It's really good, by the way. Into the world of Super Sons, to which he laid the blame on Damian and John being responsible for the destruction of something that happened in the universe which hit John Kent. Add this one. So this one goes into preemptive. So this one goes into preemptive measure to stop the John Kent rebirth of DC. Yeah, but you go full Terminator style because like, no, I'm not letting the dark future happen. I'm gonna go back in time and kill John Kent as a child. Because I'm smart and I'm a genius. And no one can stop me. It's a Terminator style. And that's a very dark story.
Yes.
Especially my boy, because this is what John goes to a critical path, goes to Super Saiyan. Gotta come on, but John was he. And he just, and scream at the anti-gun or Sam John was he. It's badass and awesome. I love that story. Stop this John S. Camp and we will DC at our hit. Yep. This brings both Damian and John so much closer as friends. As this Tim Drake takes on the new mantle known as Savior. Yep. The things eventually get resolved towards the end of the story. With the help of Superman on the scene, as well when it came to things in which John can't do it. It was a letdown to his character because not all the characters were working on as a team. With some rough spots which show later in Benjamin Percy 1. That is true. At the end, I assume the Rebirth arc, remember, a Titan Tower get destroyed again. And they had to reboot Titan Tower. Okay, they didn't reboot Titan Tower. I don't know what happened at the end of Bane Page 1. I forget. Yep. As we move into the third volume of the Super Sons, there's 2 story arcs. One, considered title which the arc was called Parent Trap. I love that story. It's so cute. And to when something was done to friend Rose Wayne. This story would also use to teach John some more about Damian Wayne's past before he became Robin. Yep. And his best friend was also an assassin who worked under his mother. Was also true. It definitely has a funny moment, including John asking if he could be taught the other to use sword. But Damian refused. I love that. That's adorable. I really love to see that at the anime meeting. Second arc consisting of the return of Kid Mado, to which she took out Jetstream, a cyborg with there to help out the Super Saiyan upon the Queen of the arc. We did move to another crossover one shot being Super Saiyan Dynamite special. I love that special. That's very amazing. It was such a great story. One of the best crossovers in that entire at the Hanna-Barbera at the crossover.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
All right.
Next is the Flash book. In fact, if I had to call it on Hanna-Barbera crossover sec, if I had to compare this one to the Flash story, I think both were amazing. Scarlet Dell, whoever hate the guy. The guy did what the Flash book for the Turbo Buggy. I forget the name of that dude. But the story itself by Scarlet Dell in the Flash book for the Hanna-Barbera crossover was actually good. I'm not kidding. Somehow he wrote a good Flash story.
Speed Buggy one, wasn't it? Flash
yeah, Speed Buggy. Yep. And he wrote a story. Actually, was pretty good.
Who wants to cover the next bit?
I'll do that. Yep.
Yeah,
okay. Yep. All right. Present friends lists of the Super Sons. With this list, there will be some carryover from pre-Super Sons as well as present Super Sons in this time period. You have Colin, friend of Damian Wade, Maya Ducard, friend of Damian Wade, Surin, friend of Damian Wade, Kathy.
Who's Surin?
Yeah.
Surin is from Robin, Son of Batman.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about her.
Yeah, another character that's forgotten that's connected to Damian's past and not shown up in the comics.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so from Surin, friend of Damian Wade, we have Kathy, friend of John S. Kent. Boizarro, Boizarro, friend of John S. Kent. The Teen Titans under Damian Wayne, who are welcoming of John S. Kent. The Justice League, Dynamite and Blue Falcon, friend of both. The Bat Family and the Superman Family, friend of both. The Planet of the Capes friends, they also made when they went to an alternate Mercyverse. Well, with those 2 girls there.
The 2 girls with Crackwell. Yeah. I love that story.
That was really good.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the action detectives. Yeah.
The boys are back in town.
This was so fun.
Yeah. When John just played Red and Blue.
Yep. All right, I'll read this one. The Action Detectives. And I loved the title of this. I really wanted DC Comics to bring out, instead of like a Wonder Comics run like they brought out, I would have loved to see an Action Detectives run come out, but done in connection to the Super Sons.
Same.
I think that would be fantastic. Like, it would literally be their own Super Sons line.
Because that's what they are. I know Let It Move Done. Let It Move Done.
It's like a literal connection between Action Comics and Detective Comics. Together, these 2 are the Action Detectives.
That would be great.
So, and that's why I loved the title of that so much, and that's why I included it in this. Moving into the adventures of the Super Sons, Peter J. Tomasi didn't miss a beat with the first and second volume. Where in this one we had the Super Sons take on a slightly different group called the Gang. In this gang, used John Samuel Kent to obtain the Hypercube. which had made its appearance in the Vita James Master Super Sun run.
Yeah, it may have been picked in Volume 1. And,
Yep.
when
of course
John
we've
came
got-
and his father went to Dinosaur Island, it was cooked out.
Yep,
It
and
had a
of course,
cute story.
yep, and of course we've got the covers to Ophia,
Yep. I love these covers.
and we've got like a bit of a page in relation to sort of like the end of the story.
Yeah, the Hypercube with Manchester Black and Miller Savage.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that in China Super Sons we did not see the Hypercube at the in China Super Sons.
Mm.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Yeah, in this story, the Super Sons definitely got to explore outside of the Earth that they presently live on. Go to a planet or two, plus meet up with a robotic Jonah Hex, which was really clever. I thought
It was.
for the story. End up seeing what could be a possible future for both of them.
Yeah, when John actually fat and Damian actually other old.
This causes the system that they were trapped in to be broken. You remember that scene?
I
We
remember.
had them both in a dream state, but we also had Tommy Tomorrow turn up as well, plus the members of the gang, which we learn later on is connected to the sentience within the hypercube itself.
Yep.
Now, that was like really awesome lore that was brought in,
It was.
in relation to the hypercube.
It was a plot
Eventually,
twist I did not see coming. I did not see the plot twist coming.
Yeah, eventually wanting to make friends with the Super Sons. Well, you'd think if it wanted to make friends with the Super Sons, it didn't really have to go all that way.
It went to that extreme.
It did go extreme, but it still turned out to be lots of fun. Because if you remember, Rex Luthor ended up getting out of hand, and now the Hypercube is asking for the Super Sons for help to get him back in control.
Yeah.
Without either Batman or Superman knowing about it. So this is something that the Hypercube had set up that not even Batman or Superman knew about this event.
Yeah.
In other words, this is sort of like their own secret that they keep.
Yep. And then they're all the summer, and then they get all over school.
Yep. It does eventually get restored to its place in the Fortress of Solitude.
Which I was hoping the Hypercube was gonna make a comeback in China Super Sons. Yep. Well, we didn't get that. We did get a secondary bonus.
Yep. So who wants to cover the last bit? Challenge of the Super Sons. So.
Yep.
All right. Who'd like to cover this one?
I'll cover it.
Okay.
In China Super Sons, it showed at the right time, the right place. Yep, it did show at the right time, right place. We got to this book saved my 2020. Wait, was 2021? I don't remember.
Yep.
God, I'm old. Yeah. China Super Sons. Indeed. China Super Sons showed up right time in the right place. Just when you needed some hope in a time of disarray, when things ending like DC's death metal and then DC's future states. Ugh, don't remind me. I hate future states. Future state destroyed my 2091. Well, okay. Bennett destroyed my 2020. 2021 was all a bad year with future state destroyed everything but crap. And that only nearly destroyed out the my entire year. Because I hate future states. Future state broke my mind. Like that thing was an abomination.
I'll say one thing: it wasn't easy reviewing Future State on this channel.
I tried to review the Future State Superman books.
Yeah, in Australia,
book, it broke me.
In Australia, we even had comic delivery delays, literally to like my LCS and many other LCSs that were expecting their deliveries, and a lot of our comics in this time, because of the terrible lockdowns and stuff that we had here,
it
came to that stage to which no one could really travel to the city in that, and I was unable to travel to the city, and all because the politicians are scared that the sky is falling. It's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
The sky is meant to be falling. It's called raindrops.
Yeah.
It's called life. Accept it.
Indeed.
If you're that freaking scared of rain, how about you go hide in a jail cell instead of locking everyone down?
Yep.
But continue on.
Yep. We got into two villains, be it Fat and Banner Savage, which had his Super Son in this side with their own cool device. Yep. Which is called the Doom Scroll. What the Doom Scroll? Better you tell it like the Death Note from Death Note, the anime.
Yep.
Yeah.
But unlike the Death Note, John, Death Note kills you just like that. It takes maybe 24 hours, in order for the Super Son to stay away.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually a pretty cool concept and pretty badass. Yep. But also the appearance of a character called Aurora, who would fear his young apprentice. Well, not really. She was more a slave to fear Fat and Banner Savage. Let's get us out of the brain. Yep. Our favorite Super Sons had to go out of their way to save some member of Jet Street, while trying to revert the curse of a skull. The setup of the story was amazing. Yep, definitely gave high manga vibes, as we even have protagonist J and D even sent to the past and brought forward when it comes to the future. Yep, of the main 14 chapters, with the book in the 7 physical issues of this one, which are all correct out in this book, by the way. People, buy this book. Support the book out immediately, because this book sells to American more Super Sons back. Or end the movie. Support the movie. End the movie. Please. This is our last chance, to get Superman back and maybe this movie to sell well. Maybe. Chance. Maybe this will send to Discovery. Hey, Discovery. Tell DC to go with the idiots and bring my Super Sons. That movie sells well. That could be our message to DC. And tell them, undo that, damn it. You didn't let your BS Buzzer Jungle and get rid of that and people complain? Fuck them. I just want to get Jungle back in normal than bullshit.
Hey,
okay,
good to see you, Michael Brent.
Avengers 5. I know what that is. Sorry, I know what it is.
Avengers 5. Hold on, let me check this out.
Alright.
Continue where you left off from, Tevier.
Yeah.
J&D even being brought back to the future again. The 14 chapters.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Which were born in 7 physical issues of the 1. All those seeing how the memogetically once they solved out what Superman was doing, all you can rescue. Oh yeah, near the end of the story, that was adorable.
That's right. All right, I'll cover this quick one.
Okay.
New friends that were made in this time. So this covers, say, the new friends who were made in the period between Adventures of the Super Sons
and Challenge Super
Sons. So we had the Hypercube. I love Cyborg Jonah Hex.
Same.
I probably could have added Tommy Tomorrow, but I thought, I think Cyborg Jonah Hex was like a better.
Also Joker Jr. He portrayed
Joker Jr. And of course, Aurora, who was also called Rora.
Yep.
In the run. And would you like to cover this one, Master Trudy?
Yeah, sure. Super Sons Reunited.
We did the one shot that came out this year.
Yep. As we move into the Peter J. Tomasi Super Sons one shot called Superman and Robin, Peter J. Tomasi brings back the Hypercube. With the great editing and story skills of his team, they made sure to keep us, the audience, up to date in relation to the Hypercube once again, as it set off the alarm at the Fortress of Solitude. With the return of this sentient Hypercube, the Super Sons were called back again to the Fortress of Solitude. One thing I think a lot of people missed was the actual title of this chapter, which leaves things very open-ended. Not plot hole filled as many would think, but as we know, Peter J. Tomasi is returning with another Super Son story in regard to Saved by the Belle Reef. Yeah. hopefully in
part of the
both.
series.
Yeah, hopefully in both Super Sons related to Dark Crisis stories, time will tell until those solicitations come out.
Yep.
Yeah. That one shot could be our last chance. And if that anthology book succeeds, maybe we could get Super Saiyan back in something. I hope. I'm hoping 3 things happen. 1, the anthology book sells more so we get Super Saiyan stuff. 2, the movie does great. That's my high priority ever. And 3, the big one is movie one shot.
Yep. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Definitely go pick up the comics and the movies in relation to the Super Sons. Not just one of them, all of them. Hey, if you want to get the omnibus, go get the omnibus too.
Yep.
In fact, there's 2 omnibuses.
Yeah, it is.
There might even be a third one.
Omnibus.
There might even be a third one, which includes the latest Peter J. Tomasi stuff in it. So
I'll be up for that.
time will tell.
Yep.
We just got to wait for the solicitation. So I'll cover this part in regards to the restoration station. So by restoring the Super Sons, even in the adventures that they have had under Tomasi, they have been incredible. And I'm sure you noticed in this article, I did stray away from Brian Michael Bendis and Tom Taylor's destruction. I should also include in this, which I didn't put in it, but I should have. I didn't include the Adam Glass.
Adam Glass is one.
Or as well. So
that book broke me. Not to Bendis. Bendis and Glass destroyed everything. Glass destroyed Damian. Bendis destroyed John.
Yes.
Which I didn't think impossible. How did you have 2 bad guys to mess everything up?
All right.
You probably had you to fuck everything up.
Yep. I'll get back to what I'm reading. As it comes off as a sexual fetish from both writers.
Yep.
Yeah.
As well as to some of the DC editors. Sorry, but you guys need to find a job packing boxes at your local Woolworths or Walmart. Woolworths, especially for those who happen to live in Australia, that would include Tom Taylor. Walmart, for those who happen to live in the US. So that's why I put that there. Outlet to get in touch and down to earth as to where you are delivering your product to.
Yep.
And not act like cowards whenever criticism comes your way on subjects. As criticism as it can be destructive, it can also be constructive.
Yep.
To help put things in a different perspective.
Yep.
By making the present John Kent, we do see in DC Comics, in the DC comic universe, like the one that's in the present, the one that's being worked on by Tom Taylor.
Who is not John ruined by bullshit.
Right. The one from the New 52 universe, and as it ties in with what Tom Taylor has shared with his story, or in his story with that character, and that
John Wayne Kent.
Yep. And that was with this character that Jor-El from Brian Michael Bendis run brought back, but not the John Samuel Kent the Super Sons readers actually love to read, including with the actions around Taylor Bendis' representation of Lois Lane and that lack both heart and soul. And
that's true.
That is true.
Normally, if your characters lack both heart and soul, you need to get back to writing basics.
Yeah.
Right? You might believe it in your own heart, but if another reader can't pick that up, well, it's not the reader that's wrong, it's you that's wrong. And this is where humility comes in. That's if they actually remember what humility is.
Yeah.
Humility, humbleness, right? These things are important, especially in not only the growing of oneself, but also in the growing of characters in the DC universe.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird when you're betting at a person and that's guy. But a writer, he's writing his shit. I don't get that logic.
All right, I'll now move on to the last bit. Bringing back the sentient and magical mystery hypercube.
Magical mystery. Nice.
It does indeed bring back the opportunity to get the Super Sons back together again with a legit Superman, Clark Kent, and Robin, Damian Wayne run. Like, even though we've had like this happen, how about a legit one happen?
Yeah, with Damian and Clark Kent trying to find John, the real John.
Yep. And under Tomasi, which could either be a mini or a maxi series of maybe 7 to 14 issues long, as you could have the Hypercube return, but this time it shows up in the Super Sons HQ in Morrison Bay. Like, it's believed to be destroyed in the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
But now it returns back again, but it's in the Super Sons HQ in Morrison Bay.
Yep.
And as Damian investigates the intruder alert to find it there, this time we get a glimpse of a message from the Hypercube to Damian from the missing John Samuel Kent.
Yep.
Basically, his own help. ED, you are my only hope. Yep. You got it. The Star Wars connection.
Yep.
Damian informs his father, to which he gives permission to go with Superman to go search for John Samuel Kent together. The Hypercube being one of the things to help track John Samuel Kent down, as Batman now has to keep an eye on the present multiverse version of the Tom Taylor Tyrant version of Superboy, as Damian saves his best friend with Batman's best friend, Clark Kent, aka Superman. So basically, besties together.
Yeah, and but again, anyway, that Tyrant John is from New 52 Earth 2 John Wayne Kent, or not for Earth 3.
Yeah, and not only that, I think a story like that would really work in DC.
I picture made Louis that.
Like, literally, because in it, you would actually have Damian, in essence, get a bit of like a history lesson from Clark Kent or Superman as to like his experiences with his own father. And I think that would also work with Damian too. Not only that, it would also help put Damian on, say, maybe a better path. In it, you could also have discussions of like how he's also had interactions with, say, the rest of the members of the Bat family, like before he got to know them.
Yeah.
And he gets to hear it from him, like someone who's actually worked alongside his father, but also being his father's best friend.
Yep.
And this is why I think this story would work. And I even believe that Peter J. Tomasi would probably believe that this story would work too.
I agree.
I think Tomasi would love this story.
Like besties finding a bestie.
Yeah. Also a bonus.
And it would actually be a full heart. Like, it would be a full heart to this run.
Yep.
And we know how well Peter J. Tomasi writes.
Yeah.
And this would certainly help restore things in the DC universe.
Oh, yes.
Also a bonus. And people can put up in it. Hey, you made my best sister kid evil. Was it? So? You care with evil anyway. So it's BJ with imposter and it just imposter is Earth 3. I'll be laughing because, haha, you're giving it a face.
Scum.
And I'll be laughing.
All right. Who'd like to read this last bit?
I'll take that. Yeah.
All right, then.
Okay.
So, increasing the Super Sons friendships with the characters that I would include in the Super Sons friendships. I'm afraid I have to say goodbye, Jay Nakamura. You
Thank
don't
God.
cut it. Yep, I agree. He needs to go, man. He needs to go.
He's a terrible character. He's not a hero. He's an ego-tailed nut job who worked with the Shooter Squad. Well, okay, not with the Shooter Squad. Works with the Revolutionaries. Look, I like the Revolutionaries. I think they were cool character in Shooter Squad, but they don't work for John. They're villains, not heroes. They kill people. And John agreed with Jay. Bullshit. The John would never work with murder and killers. That makes no sense.
All right, can we let Master Trudy finish this off?
No problem. Yeah, so goodbye, Jay Nakamura. You don't cut it, nor do you flatline.
I like flatline. I think you should cool character. I should keep it.
Yeah. But we'll see. The friends I would add to the Super Sons would be these characters. Connor Hawk, Jay and Ira West, Sideways, or Derek James. How did Bendis ruin Sideways? I mean, I need to know because I don't know how he ruined. How did he ruin him? Because I know that he's been regulated to the. Oh
he had
no!
The character set up in Young Justice, and he just could not capture the character at all.
With Bendis, at the end, Sideways quit.
Yeah, Sideways also being a Dan Didio character. Now, let me say one thing. Where Dan Didio fails in one area, this is one area that he does succeed that I do actually like.
No, Sideways was a great book.
Sorry, what a cool character.
It was a fun run. I understand that there are some people who disliked some of the storytelling in it. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Same. I enjoyed it. It made a live out of Spider-Man, but it made sense. It was a fun live out of Spider-Man.
Yep.
Because during the time, Spider-Man my dance a lot. It was crap. So it was kind of a refresher of a good Spider-Man book. Yeah, it was a good book, but I think it was a fun story.
All right, we'll let Master Trudy.
Continue that. So Sideways or Derek James, ruined by Bendis, Ty Pham, Green Lantern Legacy.
Why novel? That is good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I've been seeing him pop up. I was wondering where he came from. Then you've got Kelly Quintella, written by its actual creator, being Patrick Gleason, not Brian Michael Bendis.
Oh yeah, that character. Teen Lantern is such a boring character. She's like it's just stupid.
Yeah,
there's the reason why I put Patrick Gleason there because I feel that he didn't get to write the story.
No,
like I would have loved it if they had Patrick Gleason write the actual story around her character.
I agree. Like he will show the backstory of Teen Lantern, not Bendis.
Now, the reason I bring this up is because Patrick Gleason also wrote the story of Robin, Son of Batman, and that's why I like. Right, that's why I enjoy his character, Maya Descartes, Suren, who also appeared. Right, that's why we get some of those characters like show up on the earlier list.
Yep,
and I reckon if we had him write this actual story around his character, it wouldn't be as bad as what Bendis did.
Yeah. And sorry, Teen Lantern with all the Green Lantern book recently, it was not that great. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
There was actually one story that I liked with Kelly Quintella, but it was only in Future State. It was the only one story.
Oh, what is the main Green Lantern book?
It had to do with the Green Lanterns. It was a one-shot story that was in it.
Oh, yeah. Future now, man, when the bag got blown up.
Yeah.
Again.
And in it, we saw the character dealing with the issue of fear.
Yeah, with Mogo dead.
And I thought, whoever did this, thank you. I feel that you have given like proper depth to this character. Like you're doing the right thing. You're looking at how young they are.
That would
But
be
you're
good
also exploring what are some of the things that they are afraid of.
Yeah.
To which she should now overcome and let her will overcome her fears. Like that was great. I mean it. That story was great, and I wouldn't be surprised that if even Patrick Gleason enjoyed it too.
It's such a shame we never got that story in the actual Green Lantern book. Because in the actual Green Lantern book, we got something else entirely, which it wasn't all bad. The John Stewart I actually liked, but I didn't like the Center Power Battle getting blown up again. Because
Kelly Quintella felt too much like a Mary Sue under Bendis, but I know when Patrick Gleason writes a story, going back to Robinson of Batman, going back to what he did with Maya Ducard. All right, you do see Maya Ducard like go through times where she's scared. Like she wants to be the one who wants to kill Damian Wayne, and then all
after
of
he
a
killed
sudden,
your father.
Yeah. Like you literally see her like go through a stage as if from wanting to kill him to wanting to be there to save him, and like and that's how the quote comes up in relation to Damian Wayne. This R is for redemption.
Yep.
Not only did he redeem his own character, she was redeemed as well.
And then I got point when Adam Glass and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do better enough, make them more evil."
Yeah.
Why? Because reasons. You're really stupid.
All right, we better let
Yeah, I got a couple more. So we stopped with Kelly Quintella. Then we got Ravager. Respawn was killed off too early, and then Miguel from Dial-ish were ruined by the writer who worked on the story around his character. Yeah, I will say a lot of those new age heroes got the shaft too hard.
Technically, Dial-ish was not New Age Heroes. I'm more at the Wonder Comics.
Oh yeah, it was a part of Wonder Comics. I liked the idea at the beginning. I felt like he started off the story good.
Yeah.
But once we started like moving into the additional issues, what happened to Bloody Miguel's uncle?
I don't know. I forgot.
He was totally pushed aside, completely forgotten about.
Yeah, and then Miguel got the diary finally, and then we had all the characters. Not all the characters, we had all the cinematography superpowers. But hit him in the computer without the hill. We saw all these letters on the characters' foreheads. Then we have a letter on forehead too.
Yep.
Which that confused me because wait, you're telling me didn't get have a dial and letter on the diary for hill on his head, and we don't get to see what happened to him? Was he John get died for him and then? What the hell am I saying? Like that gave a minute superhero died for hero. Like, yeah. I want that story. Wait, that could be great. Why Bennett? Why do you think John went for me and then not died for hero can the John Kent? I mean adorable.
All right.
Okay, and then just to round it off, I understand there are some people I might have missed on this list. Not too worried about it at the moment. There were some characters I did like in the Joshua Williamson run, Robin run, and that's the end of that.
And that ends that. So I don't know if this has gotten any comments or not.
Yeah,
not yet.
Oh yeah, the gay Spider-Man from Spider-Verse, the new one, of course, Spider-Gang. I'm not looking forward to that thing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. certainly hope you all enjoyed the article, and
I did.
And a big thanks to everyone who made it to the live stream, and that includes the guests as well as those who commented.
Yep.
Oh wait, they're inviting Avengers 5. They're inviting about that thing because I don't know
it's apparently the Kang Wars that's appearing on Disney Plus. So I don't know how it's obviously going to build off of Kang. So we don't know. I don't know too much about it, but apparently there was a trailer off of it. I'm not sure, but we'll see. It's supposed to come out.
I'll probably look it up. Maybe I can find it.
Well,
if I can't find it, I'll probably find it on my own.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's certainly been a really nice day today, and things have also lined up quite here nicely too, weather-wise. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow to which I'll be traveling up to the city, collecting my comic haul, and I'll have to get that ready and scheduled on the channel.
Yes.
As to those who watch the channel, a lot of my stuff, yes, it might appear 4 weeks behind, but at least it gives you a bit of an idea as to how far I actually set things on the channel. There was a bit of a time sort of like earlier, which I was able to sort of like get it done the week it came out. A lot of that changed when the crappy lockdowns hit here in Australia.
And
that's why the channel is sort of like going the way it's going now.
Yeah.
And trust me, there have been some weeks where I've sort of like put 2 weeks up at once, but it's bitten me in the backside because when we ended up getting like another delay, it's sort of like, oh, now I've got a week of nothing going up. Lovely. And this is where it was actually quite handy at the time, where YouTube had the discussion area to which I could keep the audience informed. Well, with that being removed, I'm sort of like stuck for waiting until I reach 500 subs, plus anyone else who's waiting to do that to get the community tab to inform them of those events that might actually occur for said channel. The only other option that I've got after that is to sort of like inform via a video that I get done personally. So,
yep.
Well, really hope everyone enjoyed today's discussion on the Battle of the Super Sons.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, here's a question I didn't get to ask JT before he left, but I'll ask whoever's here. Do you think that they might do another trailer before the actual release of the Blu-ray?
It could be possible. I can see my lead a TV spot, maybe.
I think it's possible. I mean, usually, you know, with the habit of these DC animated films, they usually do a trailer a month before the release.
Yeah, Green Lantern got a trailer at the
like last month, like in May. Yeah, May.
Yeah, we had Constantly how the mystery trailer came out first.
Yeah.
Short actually, the DC Showcase short that had 3 other stories. One Constantine movie, which is other that story, very dark, insane, but other very funny, other very dark. But then we had a real story in that movie, and then we had the Illusion movie. Illusion showed up pretty good, and Commandi. Yeah, Commandi with a good story.
My guessing is that since this trailer came out yesterday, which was when it was still June, we might get a trailer. I mean, it's 4 months. It's 3 months away. We might get another trailer. Wouldn't surprise me, and they'll probably do it.
Yeah. Maybe they'll do one for Green Lantern, the new movie. They'll do a sneak peek.
Yep.
Because remember, E.T. and we don't have a sneak. Well, okay. How did Missy deny a sneak peek? Don't deny a sneak peek.
Well, not only that, I'll let the audience know is that with the release dates of Battle of the Super Sons, the project that I was talking about on my Twitter account, I will be releasing it on the Wednesday here, which will be the Tuesday in the US of the 18th. For Australia, it's going to be the 19th of October, but for the US, it's going to be the 18th. So I'm going to have that little project, which I have shown members here. No spoilers. We can't.
Yep.
We can't let out any spoilers.
My lips are sealed.
Yep, same.
So even though I've already shown some people, I want to keep it as a surprise. And I really hope you enjoy it when it does go out the same day the Blu-ray of Battle of the Super Sons is released. So stay tuned for it. I can't tell you what it is. All I can tell you is that it's Super Sons related. It'll be in the Super Sons Fortress of Attitude playlist when it comes out. And you'll be able to check it out there, and you can watch it as many times as you can.
Yep.
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 Well, I think it might be time to begin the shill your channels. To those who know JC is Reborn, you can go see him on his channel, Master Trudy.
Yeah. Master Trudy here. You know, I haven't done a lot in a while, but when I get on these type of streams, I'm more so motivated. So I do know that I have finished watching Kenobi, so I do.
Nice.
That's something I want to give my thoughts on that. So I will muster up the strength to do a full season review on that. And of course, I look forward to watching the Green Lantern movie with Jon Stewart out. I will review that. I will say that I have reviewed all of the Tomorrowverse films, major films, not the shorts, but all the major films. So I pride myself on that. But I hope to continue and get more out in these reviews. So yeah, that's it.
Yep.
And Master Trudy's my channel. So
nice.
Have you?
Yep. Yeah, you can follow me YouTube Seven Smoker, my favorite on Twitter and Twitter TV Seven Smoker. I'll be also reviewing I was about Super Sun and movie. That's my top movie of 2022. That's my favorite movie ever. Like the Batman was actually was my number one movie to come out this year. You know what? Screw it. Well, the Batman Superman was my favorite movie now last year. That movie I'm doing my number one priority. I will buy that movie in Blu-ray immediately. I will buy that movie ASAP. That movie I will be on my channel because one, I love Super Sun, my favorite thing ever. Two, I've been begging my DJ Game Shooter and anime movie 7 years. So I'm getting that movie. That movie I will be ASAP. But after and before the Super Sons, I may do a retrospective on Super Sun movie if I get a chance because I don't want to do a retrospective on my channel for a very long time. I should have done it a long time ago. Why didn't I do that sooner? Maybe I'm a biddy. But as for any other on my channel, I don't go on my channel. I may do a spoiler discussion to my Lords because that show did end it or season 2 ended now. Well, okay, Super Lords season 2 ended I think last week. I think. It's hard to get out these days. But other than that, I will review Green Lantern, the new movie, because I also reviewed the Tomorrowverse movies as well. So I will review that movie ASAP. But other than that, yeah, that's all I got so far.
All right then. Well, I think the next time we'll probably be catching up to talk about Battle of the Super Sons will probably be after it comes out. So that'll be really good. And I hope things are delivered pretty well here, especially in Australia. So I'll be able to watch it. And we'll definitely
also, what the movie succeeds? Because the movie succeeds, just so made the Discovery.
That's true.
Discovery, this time the DC. And Gee, I wonder if Vegeta want to undo the damage got by the hackers who don't know what to do and Super succeed and sold well. Let's give out a message to DC to undo the damage on Dear John Kent. And if we have to wait by Super John Kent, so be it. It'll be at the mercy killing. I know some people may not like it. I don't give a damn. It's better than nothing.
Well, thank you to everyone who has joined the channel for today and also the live stream. Been really good, and a big thanks to everyone who made it even in the comments section, and that also includes the people who are actually on the stream as well. We hope you enjoy this, and definitely stay tuned for any upcoming Super Sons content that will be coming on the channel. I have gotten some feedback in relation to that article that you saw there. And one of the things that it looks like I'm going to be working on is getting a video up set in relation to that article. So
nice.
I'll have to see if I can try to get it up before the Super Sons or the Battle of the Super Sons movie comes out. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get done, because I know things sometimes can get quite busy here. That also includes catching up with other comics I need to catch up with.
Yeah, that too.
Other trades I need to read through and get out of the way.
Also, I need to read Dark Credit issue 2 that comes out.
Yeah, and on top of that, plus whatever else I'm reviewing on the channel, plus whatever manga I need to read and get out of the way. It's like quite a bit I've got planned ahead. So hopefully some time will free up between all of that, and I'll be able to make a start on that project. And I've got a bit of a countdown already on my calendar. So a countdown. Presently, we are moving into, I think it's 16 weeks away.
Yep.
No. Yeah, 16 weeks away until it's released.
Yep.
And I'll see if I can try to get it done before maybe week 7. It doesn't mean I'll be able to get it done by then, but I can at least try my darn hardest to make that happen. So you have some more Super Sons content to enjoy on this channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see you back again at the Super Sons Fortress of Attitude. So see ya.
Yep.
Bye. Semi-super.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.